We're going to talk about Pieces from 1982. The summary: young co-eds are being dismembered by a mysterious murderer on college campus. The killer is attempting to put together a human jigsaw puzzle made from body parts. Written by Dick Randall and Roberto Loyola. Man, these names. Directed by Juan Piquer Simon.
Sure.
Yeah. Jason forgot his notes, so he doesn't have...
The tagline is...
He can't back me up on these things.
It's exactly what you think it is.
I think it was... you don't have to go to Texas for a chainsaw massacre.
That's another one. Or is that another movie?
Is that this movie? I think this was this
I think I seen something.
It sounds familiar.
The one on the box says it's exactly what you think it is.
It is, too.
It is what you think it is.
Yeah.
Has one of the most memorable opening sequences. That's the only thing I really remembered from this movie was that. Little boy.
That mom's not nice.
No, but he does hacker. I love the special effects in this beginning part. There's some questionable things, but I love it. I love how it seems, everything about it. The Italian,
Spanish.
Is that what it is?
Spanish.
I thought it was shot in Madrid or something like that. I don't know.
Do they speak Spanish?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Jared, chime in on this.
It's Spain, right?
It's a Spanish movie.
Madrid is in Spain.
Madrid
right?
is in Spain.
There you go.
Yeah. So
I guess it's not Italian. I was comparing it to.
Yeah, lots of people say Italian, but it's not. And since we're on that, I did get the Grindhouse releasing on the Blu-ray, and that's one of the special features is the original Spanish audio, and in my head I was thinking that once I was listening to the Spanish audio and watching the video that it would be synced up. It's not, because they still go back and dub everything. They don't. I don't know. That seems to be a trend with foreign movies. They like to go back and dub it. Like, I don't know if they don't know how to work a boom mic or what, but they go back and do everything again.
Yeah, I figured it seemed like some of them could speak the lines, but they just weren't saying them clearly, and they were sharpening that up.
You watched it in English.
In English,
audio,
yeah.
right?
But some of them just seemed like if you were hearing what they were saying, maybe they were trying to say the English words, but they just weren't linking up at all.
You talking about syncing up?
Syncing up, yeah.
And then also the things that they say in English is there's a lot of things like completely different. Like when they're talking about it's been a while since I've watched it with the English audio, but like when they're talking about the water bed in the gym and where the pectoral muscles are,
right.
like those lines right there, those are like completely different when it,
right. Yeah, I was that's one of the lines that I mentioned here. The one girl says the most beautiful thing in the world is smoking pot and having sex on a waterbed at the same time.
She's not far off.
But I don't know. Waterbed sex seems like it's you don't have any footing.
It's nice when you're on the bottom.
That's the only way they would work because
the sides pop up around you,
okay,
so it's
there you
even
go.
better for them.
There you go.
But let's stay on.
Yeah. Well, that's one of my points. I was like, these teens in this movie are delusional as fuck because they mentioned that, and then one of the girls wants to have sex underwater, and that's just horrible. I don't know. But besides the point, the soundtrack reminds me a lot of the Dawn of the Dead soundtrack. The way that it's like back and forth between like some droning bass type of stuff, and then like some upbeat kind of like I'm shopping at the mall.
What'd you think of that? Because I liked it.
I liked
the
lot.
soundtrack to this a lot.
I liked it.
Then again with the Grindhouse releasing, you get the soundtrack on CD.
Yeah, I was trying to. I looked it up. It was. I don't know if I wrote down who they labeled themselves as, but it was a group of people that combined put this album together.
This is the longest I've ever heard anyone talk about this movie without bringing up the ninja.
Hey, Miss Riggs.
Kendall?
What happened here?
Well, he jumped me. There he is.
Oh, hey, it's my Kung Fu professor. What's the story, Chow?
Oh,
I am out jogging, and next thing I know, I am on ground. Something I eat. Bad chop suey. So wrong.
Take it easy.
Yeah, that is weird, but the reason that you know why that happened, the dude that directed it was working on kung fu movies, and he just kind of inserted that dude in because he was like, I think his name's Bruce Lee, L-E, not L-E-E.
Bruce Lee.
No, it wasn't Bruce Lee. He was the guy that stood in for Bruce Lee.
Gotcha.
So that's how he got in there. And
Yeah, this is just the first time that within like the first minute it's like,
well,
and what's with the ninja?
But the things that I noticed. Did you notice Bluto from the Popeye movie was the groundskeeper?
No, I did. There were people. Yeah. There were people that looked familiar.
Yeah, I was like, who the fuck is that? And then I was like, wait a minute, that's fucking Bluto.
Some people from Slugs in it.
The main, I don't know about that.
It's been a long
the
time
main,
since I watched Slugs.
I think the main detective guy. I think he's in a couple Argento movies. Do you want to mention the bugs now before people think we're nuts?
For anybody that's watching the video, you're gonna think we're having like little crackhead moments or something. But bugs are literally flying in our noses and shit. So.
And it's hot here.
Yeah, it's
a
hot.
freaking sauna. We got bugs going. This is a different environment.
It's gonna be a weird show. Let's see. The killer ended up being, spoiler alert, the dean of the school. And the thing that I laughed at so many things in this, like he hides from the cops behind a curtain at one point. I was thinking, how the fuck did he become the dean of a school if he's spending all his time killing people for a weird puzzle project?
The cops are very bright. First of all, why do you have to get, like, you got a college student to be like one of the lead investigators. Yeah. Then you bring in a tennis pro to go undercover at the school. Like, what police? what are they doing over there in Spain?
Yeah.
All of this is why the movie is so good.
Yeah.
Now the movie's great, I thought, all the way up till the end. And I just have a question for you guys. Why do you suppose they had that jigsaw puzzle corpse come to life and tear the dude's dick and balls off?
Yeah, I have no.
That's like too much hot fudge on your hot fudge
Well,
sundae.
that goes into like a taking a supernatural turn. Last 2 seconds of the movie.
I think they did it because it was right.
I mean, it was a good scene. It's
like I would, if I wrote that movie like that, if I ended up with a movie all the way up to the end, and I was like, what's the right way to end this?
Blow it out the ass.
It's like
just blow it out the ass.
That's the right way to end it.
The corpse coming out of the hidden door or whatever. It don't matter how many times I watch that like always takes me back for a second.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, now I remember that.
Yeah, I thought it was a really solid movie all the way up until that questionable end. I mean, it wasn't as bad as a big.
You can't question that.
It wasn't as bad.
You can't question that.
Oh, it
part.
wasn't. It wasn't. It might as well have been an after credits.
I thought it fit better than the ninja.
Right. Yeah, the ninja was. Yeah. And I'm not going to give it the dark song treatment because I liked it too much to do that. I'm not going to drop it all the way down for that weird shit.
But yeah, I in my opinion, all this weird, all the ridiculous stuff. That's why the movie works. Like if you would have made this same movie, but you really tightened up the script. And
had people, if you had actors that were saying the lines, I think that
I think
personally the dub is a good. I love it. It's a good quality for a movie. It sounds weird, but it reminds me of like Fulci and shit like that. Like they always had the dubs.
Yeah, it's like sometimes when you hear a band where the recording is terrible, but it really works with what they're doing.
Yeah,
it adds to the ambiance. It's the correct. Mismatched dubs is the correct aesthetic for this movie.
That's what we're looking for here. I gave this an 8 out of 10, gentlemen.
Right on to you.
No, you go, Jared.
Oh, yes, I agree with Franklin. As far as trash slasher, just ridiculous bad movies.
And the endless supply of yellow chainsaws.
Yeah, just and didn't one guy that wasn't the killer just attack the cop for no reason, like he was the killer? didn't that happen?
Yeah. So they call the guy over. Do you think this chainsaw was used on this victim?
Yes,
it's sawed up.
It's right here.
I do.
But yeah, I mean, it's a really badly made movie. But for like when you're talking trash
It's good.
And
I think it gets better every time you watch it too.
Yeah, just garbage exploitation for the fun of it, ridiculousness. This is one of the top ones. This is one I remember from when I was a kid too, and I give it an 8.
I'm right there with you guys. I scored it an 8 as well.
You know what that means, guys.
That's
You got some
certified.
bells and whistles going on. Lots of blood, good amount of gore. It's good. It's a cheese fest. Another slasher you don't want to take too serious. If you're taking this movie serious, you're not gonna like it at all. I recommend buying it. The Grindhouse releasing. Well, it's kind of expensive now, but if you like this movie, that's a great release. I would recommend picking that up. But yeah, give it an 8.
Yeah, and if you're interested in soundtracks and vinyl and all that shit, I saw a pretty cool release of this soundtrack on vinyl. Definitely worth looking into that. I'm sure.
Did not see this one becoming certified.
Yeah.
I was
I
surprised.
kinda
That's
did.
great. I mean,
kinda did.
Yeah, this is it's got a pretty big following.
Yeah, I didn't expect you enjoying all the cheese because
I bought it. I mean, I paid up for this Blu-ray.
I didn't know. I thought this was Frank's pick.
Yeah, I didn't catch this one right when it came out because like the first so many. Maybe if you had it pre-ordered, it came with a puzzle of that chick. I didn't get that one, but still, it's a great release. I paid up for it.
There you go, certified.
Certifiable.
Watch it.